I did it again here. I was showing you that I forgot the microphone wasn't on. I'm showing you we're on overlay level up then to just a few feet in advance of the test section. And the traffic monitoring installation there in advance of the site, you can see there's no traffic generators between us and the test site. All the markings are in order. We do have a little bit of rain here, so I'll try and move quickly. This is Interstate 37 at about mile marker 70. That's just a guess. I'll have to try and confirm that. You can see there is quite a bit of distress on this section. There's quite a bit of cracking down the lane as well as bleeding, borderline between low and high severity bleeding. You can see we're about 64 miles south of San Antonio, about an hour north, hour and a half north of Corpus Christi. You can see that there is quite a bit of cracking. There's a few places where we've had some other small potholes develop. This section does get fairly slick when it gets wet, however, so I am moving very quickly so I can get out of the way because I don't trust the traffic control. You can see there's a couple cracks there, the transverse cracks that wandered across the lane. There's longitudinal cracking throughout almost the entire section in one place or another on the lane. It varies back and forth from just off the center line to just off the edge line, not really in the wheel path itself, but just on the outer limits of the wheel paths. There also is on occasion a crack right down the center between the two wheel paths. Here you can see a pretty good sized pothole that they've done some patchwork on. Appears to have developed as a direct result of the longitudinal cracking and associated moisture intrusion. The rain seems to be kind of blowing over. There's just a real fine mist. Again, you can see the cracking here, rut depth measurements on this section. Using the 4-foot straight edge, we were getting anywhere from 2 to 4 tenths. I think that's being kind. With a 6-foot straight edge, I suspect we would have seen quite a bit more than that. You can almost see that more than that just with the naked eye, but as I said, with the 4-foot straight edge, that's what we got. There's the delineators at the end of the test site. Go ahead and walk back through the section just to give you a slightly different perspective. Again, you can see the bleeding is fairly evident, particularly with the rain. It shows up even better. I've indicated about 4 to 4.5 feet in each wheel path. Here you can see some of the cracking running right down the center of the lane. can see where they have treated the lane adjacent to us. It's got a seal coat on it on top of that level up that I showed you in advance of our test site. So basically what they had done was come through and put a thin level up with a seal coat on top of it. It's already starting to bleed pretty well itself. Again, we are on Interstate 37 in the northbound lanes. We are still in Live Oak County, about 65 miles south of San Antonio, approximately 75 miles north of Corpus Christi. That concludes the video for section 481181 on Interstate 37.